This is NewHampshireCrossCountry.com, powered by Runners Alley, coming at you from the middle school state championships at Co-Brown Northwood Academy. Today's meet hub sponsor is Tim Trucks Capital along with Hoka. We're at the starting line of the boys D3 middle school race. I think the starters giving their final instructions right now. Race should be going off pretty soon.
Yeah, he's looking to get these boys hyped up. I know they're trying to do a rough count of how many boys on the line. It does look like a big field.
Yeah.
You know, we were just talking about last year's race and years previous. What was the time last year? It was like
11:08.
11:08.
Pretty good time.
So we'll
fast.
See if any of these boys can get it. And we're also talking about some of the names from the past year's winners. They end up being pretty notable names on the high school scene of things. Not always, but the majority. It's like, you know, going past the last 10 years, because that's more when I've been involved in high school stuff, I recognize pretty much all of the names.
They definitely have a big impact once they get into high school and on the high school running atmosphere.
If you're winning here, it's really showing something. It's setting you up for success, and that's true on the girls' side and the boys' side of things. Here we go. Looks like we might have a gun up, as we do, and they're off. 2022 middle school Division III boys. They're coming at us, and middle schoolers love sprinting this field. Get out in front.
See what it's looking like about.
Oh yes, we get Carson Fisher, I believe. One of the Fishers anyways, up there with a guy from Chester. Newfound St. Christopher's, there's Aaron Graham from Jaffrey Ringe. Right now, looks like the Tigers. Yeah. There's Reno Crawford from Blanton. Wow, this is a packed field. Hard to tell what's going on here. A lot. There we go. We got Caden Logan from Boynton. Get up there, boys. What are you waiting for? Wow, this is really packed. It's very difficult to tell. Hard to say what's going on. Let's go, boys. I don't know. At this point, it's very difficult to tell what we're looking at, but I would say it's the Tigers in the lead at this point. I saw a bunch of them up front. Quite a newfound up there as well. And there we've got the chase bike. We're definitely looking at the end of our group of runners coming. All right.
Here we go. What a battle. 1, 2. No separation there. That's going to be a race.
Yeah, they're going out hard. They already have a pretty big gap on third place. Kid from Newfound.
Oh, yeah. You can feel the excitement here. Great turnout from parents, friends, families, all that stuff. These kids working hard. Their last race for most of them of the season.
Yep.
Some of them will look to contend, you know, regionally, nationally, but New Hampshire Middle School D3, this is it.
Yeah, this is the best of the best right here.
These boys working hard.
It's the race everyone looks up to once they start in the summer even. They're all thinking about this race.
Now you raced in this race, right?
Yep.
Tell us what you remember about doing that. What was your experience like?
Well, in middle school, I'd say I always remember being super nervous on the line because, like, you don't really get in these really big races. It's more like dual meets, like tri-meets. And I just remember the gun going off, everyone sprinting to the front, and then from there on, you kind of just work your way through your own race. Definitely first mile is always pretty fast, got the adrenaline going through the body.
Yeah, I would say if you felt like it was a big race when you were in middle school, I can't imagine now. You got Hoka stuff all over the place. This feels like a championship atmosphere, and it is. And these kids are putting in the effort like it is too. You know, I give them all the credit. They're definitely putting in the work right now. We kind of taper off a little bit, but still people to run with. We talked about during the girls' race how important that can be to have someone near you working with you.
Yep, having people to run with is the best thing about racing.
Yeah.
Helps you run the fastest times you can run.
Oh yeah, and those, I tell you what though, those top two, they were looking pretty good. Yeah, and when you've got a couple up front like that, you can push each other. And you know that time from last year, we should be seeing something near that. I would imagine.
I mean, with the pace they're moving at, sub 11 might be a thing of happening.
That means we're gonna throw it over to Mike Smith because we got to get back to the finish line.
Yeah.
All right, we can see some movement in the course. Oh, we've got a battle. We've got Fisher from ASD being chased by a kid by Chester. I had heard there were going to be two out front, and we definitely got it. Of course, that's the infamous Fisher family with Caroline and Ryan, older siblings.
Have a pretty good lead on them.
Very good lead. I mean, they are now back onto the kart road, well over 100 meters lead on anybody. There's nobody in sight. They are really taking this race out. I don't think that the course record's in jeopardy because that's, I think, sub 10 by Aiden Cox, but definitely fast. Again, we're just starting to see the next runner come in. 150, 160 meter lead probably. We got the first kid in from Newfound. Three Rivers in next. So we got the Tigers again, two Hopkinton runners in, so they're to the front. Where, again, Aaron Graham of JRMS. That's three Tigers in at this point, through this point. St. Christopher, Auburn. So here's the second JRMS. BMS. We've got a Litchfield, Newmarket, Belmont, Auburn. Here is our fourth Tigers. Three from South Meadow, four from South Meadow. And this is 3 and 4 from Hopkinton, I think. Boynton's number 1, Reno Crawford. Another South Meadow, Hopkinton, Interlake. This is the 5th one from the Tigers, but Hopkinton has a bunch in at this point.
That's 6.
South Meadow, that's 6. So it could be Hopkinton. Another 3 Rivers.
I bet we'll get second.
That was a tight race up front, I think. Again, hard to tell. There were so many that just came through. Number 3 Rivers rolling through. Interlake.
7 Tiger.
7. Yeah, that's definitely the 7 Tiger. Of course, you got to do it with your friend. Let's go, Logan.
600 to go.
Logan Valancourt. Mackenzie's brother. Did Caden go through? Going up to high school next year. He'll be with us.
Let's go, Isaac. Yeah, Caden wants something. You got this, Isaac. Yeah,
There we go, boy.
Let's go.
There he is.
That's all our hockey. I think so, yeah.
Monadnock. Another Boynton runner. Caden.
600 to go. That's all the hockey. I feel the pain. I don't know what you did.
Yeah, this is definitely I mean, when you talk about the course, this is definitely a more treacherous section of the course, the single track, and certainly more dangerous when you're in a crowd. You had the luxury last week, or this past week, that you were kind of out by yourself at that point. Only a handful of people in front of you, so you were able to have direct eyes on the ground, which is super important when you're running single track like this. But if you're back in the pack, you don't have that luxury, so it can be a lot more difficult to navigate your way. I've got a couple of blown out ankles that are a testament to single track and being able to see where you're running.
Quite a few times on this course.
I think that's, as they say, par for the course. You get a lot of rolled ankles when you're doing something like this.
It's like we got a BMS.
Yeah. Is that
that's
another
like,
tiger?
Yeah, it's gonna be like the 8th or 9th.
Yeah, that's something's not boding well in our mathematics skills. Either we messed up or somebody else messed up.
I think this is our 4th.
Yeah.
Boynton.
4th Boynton, Austin, going through. Sanborn. See a couple more out there.
JRMS coming in.
Monadnock.
Oh, that was Newfound.
Newfound. ASD, another Boynton.
I think that's our 6th runner, the Boynton.
A couple from Chester, a couple from Jaffrey Ringe. Newmarket, Monadnock.
Pretty big gap in the field here.
Yeah, starting to, as we get towards the end of the field, we end up with a few more gaps, and that's pretty much how it usually goes. You have a few up front, and then it starts getting compressed, and then as you get to the tail end of races, tends to peter off a little bit as well.
Winnisquam.
Winnisquam, another Newfound, BMS, Winnisquam.
600 to go, you can do it.
Okay. Another Winnisquam. And from there, we'll throw you back to the finish.
Here they come, 1-2. Very close looking race.
Yeah. It's like a kick finish for sure. It's like Chester's coming really hard right now.
Oh, this is getting tight.
Great finish, boys, all the way through.
Wow. These two working hard from the beginning. That was Ethan Fisher from the Academy for Science and Design, as well as Joseph Gustavin from Chester going 1-2, 11-3 for both of them.
Definitely gapped the rest of the field. We haven't seen anyone come on the track yet.
Yeah, I mean, we saw that early happening too, with the two of them pushing each other with that, and they were out early to a lead, and they just continue to build on that. And you know, we talked about it too. We said they're going pretty quick. They're probably going to get to that kind of same time that we were talking last year, and they did. As we see third,
Looking back though,
coming onto the track, and he should be good for third.
Okay, big finish. We got a big group coming now.
I believe that's Newfound.
Yeah, he's got a group behind him though, and that looks like a couple of battles back there. But Newfound taking third. That was Colin Foster of Newfound, followed by James Lears, Hopkinton, William Buchanan, Carson Rogers, Three Rivers Indian River. WMS is Ware Middle School. That's Shane. Max from Hopkinton. Aaron Graham, I believe, finished. Carl Russell.
Nice job,
Ethan Hale.
Nice job,
Alec. James, Adam, Kinley.
Nice job, guys.
Definitely getting congested now.
Marcus gets
Nice
16.
job, guys.
Chase for 17. Reese at 18. Very clustered here. 19 was Jordan. Rounding out our top 20 was Ari from South Meadow. So 20 plus guys through, and we're seeing another 10-15 on this straightaway here. No separation once you get to this group.
Yep.
And we have Hopkinton with 5 across. So they had some low numbers there. South Meadow now battle there all the way to the end. Same thing here. We keep seeing a lot of these one-on-one type situations. And it's awesome to see because every single position, like we saw in the girls' race, absolutely matters. Absolutely counts. Newmarket Junior with 5 across. Three Rivers crossing South Meadows, Boynton.
All right, we got a huge group coming. Make some noise for these boys.
And Three Rivers definitely has 5 now. Auburn has 5 now.
Litchfield. 2 Litchfield.
Yeah, Litchfield has 4 in right now. Barrington got their 5th in. St. Christopher now with 5. Top teams though, as we're getting more and more in, definitely looking at Indian River, Hopkinton, South Meadow. I think those 3 will end up being our top 3. You know, that
Really strong teams.
order could still shift a little bit, but I think they did pretty well with it. Good battles today.
Very good battles. Perfect day to race. About 55 degrees and sunny. Might be a little bit warm in the sun, but it's definitely real nice in the woods, and most of this race is in the woods, so.
Yeah, the 2-mile course here at Co-Brown, majority is in the woods, just the start and the finish. That's exposed to the sun, and I'm thinking when they hit the sun, you know, they've been working pretty hard. They're probably feeling it a little bit, especially with the effort that they're giving, exerting themselves as much as possible.
Yep. Everyone just giving it their all, really.
We have passed our 100 athlete mark. Again, give you a real feel for the size of the race.
Yep.
We saw that at the beginning, very clustered on that start line. Good to see. Yeah, again, we saw Indian River with 3 athletes in the top 15. That usually helps. Hopkinton had 2 in the top 10. Overall, great day of racing.
Yeah, definitely.
I definitely, you know, I think this is a lot of fun. I think Co-Brown does a good job putting it on. I think,
we have quite a few
you know,
runners still
awesome
yet
to see
finish.
as
We'll be
many
compiling
fans as we
results,
do.
And we have awards.
Definitely makes you feel like you're at a championship event.
Yeah, it's definitely like a championship atmosphere, but along with a very fun atmosphere. A lot of music being played, music on the lead cart, which is great.
Top 3 teams.
Yeah, they're getting the fans excited before they pass.
In the scoring race. So that'll take place in approximately 15 minutes.
Anything to really make some of the last races for these middle schoolers the best race.
Oh yeah.
Nice job, dude. Nice job.
Still got a decent stream of guys coming in.
Yep.
Definitely a great event. Some definitely giving it their all.
Finish strong. Nice job. Go to the well, dude. Let's get it. Great racing. Yeah, get it all out. Get it all out, dude. Get it all out.
All right, so I got a question for you as we got most of our athletes past us.
Yep.
You got some championships coming up next week, right?
Yes.
What's your go-to race day breakfast? What's a good thing to put in your stomach, you know, so that when you are giving it your all, you don't have to leave any of it on the track?
Yeah, so it really depends on what time the race is at. If the race is more like 9 o'clock in the morning, or like even like 10:30, 11 like it is now, probably a little bit smaller of a breakfast and just like granola bar like a couple hours before. But if the race is at more like 1, 2 o'clock, a big breakfast and a small lunch. Definitely don't want to overeat, but you want to get enough food in you that you have that energy during the race.
Yeah, and I will say the nutrition going into races, it's definitely different for everyone too.
Yeah.
You take a look at like someone like Aiden Cox who's running distance compared to like what I would eat going into a sprint event.
This is a reminder to all those attending. Dogs are unfortunately prohibited on campus
it's a
unless they are
different,
service
definitely a
dogs.
different
Those are
type
school
of
rules, and also outlined in the letter for all your coaches. So just in the future reference, dogs are not allowed on our campus. Otherwise, mine would be here too.
There you go. That's cross country right there. Running without a shoe.
Yeah, that's heart rate there for sure.
Hey, you know, some of the best go through that.
Yeah, definitely.
I remember a few years ago, Battle of the Border, Forrest McKenzie lost his shoe at the beginning. You know, fortunately, it was early on enough where I think he ended up putting it back on. I don't know.
Yeah, definitely. If you lose a shoe in a race, you got really two decisions. You can gut it out and run barefoot. I mean, I guess you have 3 decisions. You can gut it out, run barefoot. You can stop, throw it on, or you can really just drop out of the race. It just depends on what type of mood you're feeling, I guess.
Yeah, I think if it's early, I'm throwing it back on.
Yeah.
If we're talking the last half mile, probably running without it.
Yeah.
I mean, at that point, too, you're going to get some adrenaline going for you.
Yeah, you might not even realize, to be honest, unless you're running through gravel or something.
Yeah, if it's all grass.
Strong kick right here. Pretty smooth form. Nice job, Chester.
Let's go. Finishing up strong.
That's yours to keep.
Go to the well.
Definitely saw a lot of good effort from all the athletes today. You know, they're really pushing it at certain points for sure. Everyone kind of working hard for their last race of the season and going for that PR on this course, which you mentioned you're able to do here.
Yep, definitely a fast course to run.
Well, once again, this is NewHampshireCrossCountry.com, powered by Runners Alley. Meet Hub today brought to you by Hoka and Tim's Truck Capital. This has been your boys' Division III Middle School State Championship.